Wastewater is generated in large quantities from homes, schools, offices, malls, hospitals, and by agricultural practices. We use water at homes for different cause that makes it wastewater. What is this wastewater? We can explain it in two ways. One that is wasted due to our negligence and sheer carelessness. Examples are leaking taps, overflowing tanks. The other that becomes dirty after its use in domestic activities like bathing, washing, and cooking. Industrial activities also generate a lot of wastewater. Examples are water released in industrial effluent. We know from the earlier chapter that only 0.01% of water on the earth is available to us for consumption. Rising population and changing lifestyles have further increased the demand for water. So, water scarcity have become a global problem. The solution to this problem needs to be found at each of our individual levels in our local areas. We can start doing our bit by adopting the 4R practice, which is as follows. 1. Reduce. Consume water at an optimum level so that our needs for it are met without its wastage. 2. Reuse. Used wastewater again for a different purpose after treatment. Example, industrial wastewater is used again in industries after its treatment. 3. Recycle. To recycle water is to recover it in order to use it in some other way. Example, use the water left in glasses after drinking to water your indoor plants. 4. Recharge. The process by which rainwater infiltrates into the soil and percolates downwards into groundwater system. Example, the rainwater harvesting process. Water supply. Let us trace the path of water coming through pipes to our houses. Water can be supplied from underground source through motor-driven tube well. In urban areas, water used for consumption comes from rivers and lakes. Such water is delivered by the municipal water distribution system. The water is made to pass through different processes and cleaned before it is supplied for consumption. The different processes are 1. Sedimentation. 2. Filtration. 3. Chlorination. 4. Storage in overhead tanks. 5. Distribution to houses. Sewage. It is important that wastewater from different establishments like schools, offices, and industries have a proper disposal system. Where does the wastewater from your house go? How can it be treated before releasing it into rivers, streams, and other water bodies? Wastewater from different sources in your house, such as wash basin, bathroom, toilet, kitchen, is collected into drainage system through large holes at the bottom of pipes. These drains open into a sewer outside your houses. The water along with waste matter in the sewer is called sewage. These are connected to bigger drains called sewer drains that carry it out of the colony or the locality. This is the sewer system. Most sewer pipes are underground. Have you seen manholes covered with iron lids along the roadsides? These are the openings used by men to clean the sewer system if there is blockage in any of the pipes. Wastewater management in Indus Valley civilization. Records at Harappa and Mohenjo-daro indicate that every house had a bathroom on the street side for easy disposal of wastewater. Terracotta pipes were used and waste bins were provided at public places. Wastewater from both kitchen and latrine didn't run directly into street drains but entered via tightly packed brick-lined pits, which acted like filters. Open drains. Drains that are not covered may get blocked with solid waste like plastic bags, rags, and gravel. Such drains are flooded with dirty water that stagnates and are polluted, emitting foul smell. Mosquitoes lay eggs and breed, causing the spread of diseases like malaria and dengue. Sewage waste also carry germs that cause serious waterborne diseases like cholera, typhoid, dysentery, and jaundice. Wastewater Treatment Plant (WWTP). Constituents of sewage: Organic matter: food waste, facial matter, urine, soap, detergent. Inorganic matter: nitrate, phosphate. Microbes: bacteria, protozoa, virus. Most cities have elaborate sewerage systems that carry sewage to wastewater treatment plants. Once treated, the wastewater is released into rivers and lakes. Such water is free from pollution. Wastewater treatment involves a series of steps like filtration, sedimentation, and microbial degradation. These processes remove the chemical and biological contaminants that are a risk to human health or to the environment. The methods involved and mode of action are given in the following table. Method 1.
Preliminary treatment.
Action: screening large solid materials like plastics, cans, rags by passing the sewage water through vertical bars. Settling of grit by passing the water through grit chambers or settling tanks where sand, silt and gravel settle down. 2. Primary treatment. Wastewater is then made to pass through sedimentation tanks where organic matter like feces settle down at the bottom. This is removed with the help of a scraper. Air is forced into the water through the shimmer. The bubble thus formed brings up suspended floatable matter like grease and oil, which is removed. 3. Secondary treatment. This is a biological process where the organic matter is broken down by the action of natural decomposers like bacteria to release biogas, which can be used as fuel or to produce electricity. This is referred to as activated sludge system. Bacteria, protozoans and worms feed on the organic matter, which tends to form culps of humus like material that settle at the bottom. 4. Final cleansing and disinfection. Water is removed from the top. Compressed air is passed through it and disinfectants such as chlorine and ozone gas are added to kill the microorganisms. This treated water is finally released into natural water bodies like lakes and rivers. Sludge treatment. Raw sludge is put into large airtight tanks called sludge digesters. In the absence of oxygen, anaerobic bacteria break down the organic matter. The byproduct of this process is biogas, which is used as an eco-friendly fuel and also to produce electricity. The treated sludge is nutrient-rich. It is dried and is used as an excellent organic fertilizer. Septic tank. These are low-cost on-site sewage disposal system constructed in areas which do not have sewerage system. They can be used to treat the domestic sewage of individual houses, hospitals, or apartments. A septic tank is a watertight concrete tank with an outlet. The organic matter is acted upon by anaerobic bacteria. The solid waste settle at the bottom and floatable materials rise. A liquid stream flows through the outlet and percolate down the soil. Water pollution. We know that water is a versatile liquid. It is boon to us in many ways. But what if we dump waste in water bodies like streams, rivers and canals? Our major rivers such as the Ganga and the Yamuna receive tons of untreated sewage daily, thereby making water unfit for drinking and other domestic uses. These rivers have become open sewers as large quantities of waste are dumped in them every day. Such water gives out foul smell. It attracts mosquitoes, flies, and germs to breed. Accumulation of waste also ruins the beauty of the site. This contamination of water bodies by substances that bring about undesirable changes in the physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of water is called water pollution. This contamination is responsible for major waterborne epidemics such as jaundice and cholera. Sources of water pollution. 1. Point source. These are definite, identified sources which give out constant volume and fixed composition of effluents. Industrial effluents containing heavy metals like lead, mercury, selenium, oils, and acids are examples. 2. Diffused source. These are points situated far away from the site. These wastes have unknown composition. Street runoff and agricultural runoff are examples. Adverse effects of water pollution. Pesticides. Living organisms that harm the crop and thus affect their productivity are called pests. Pesticides are used to kill unwanted pests. They are toxic chemicals and when washed by rainwater get collected in the rivers, streams or even groundwater. They pollute the water and thus harm the living organisms consuming it. Eutrophication. Excessive use of fertilizers in farmlands and gardens have an adverse effect on aquatic life. These nutrients like NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium run off from farms and urban lawns finds its way to freshwater bodies. The nutrients serve as food for the algae and promote their growth, causing algal bloom. These algae consume oxygen dissolved in water, causing threat to aquatic animal and plant life. Infectious organism. Water sources not maintained in a healthy state get contaminated by many infectious organisms that cause waterborne diseases like cholera, typhoid, and dysentery. Open drains, sewerage become breeding sites of infectious organisms, thus contaminating the drinking water. Likewise, untreated human excreta is a health hazard causing water and soil pollution. People defecating in open field along banks of river or railway tracks become the cause for polluting both surface and groundwater. Excreta of humans contains more than 400 species of bacteria and virus. Reverse osmosis. This is a relatively new process by which water can be made potable. This process is already available in household water processes. Now, it is also being tried to make saline sea water potable on a very large scale so that whole cities can be provided with safe drinking water. Social awareness. Growing community involvement in health, sanitation and proper waste disposal can improve our sanitation. Adopting sanitation practices should become a way of our life. The quality of living that is expressed in clean homes and clean neighborhood is what is called good sanitation. In fact, sanitation of the whole community would depend on personal habits of individuals like you and me. This would help to maintain an environment that is healthy and protected. Much of our ill health can be traced to factors of environment such as water pollution and improper waste disposal. So as individuals and proactive citizens of the country, our contribution in enhancing the quality of life should be to focus on do's and don'ts, some of which are listed below. Do's. 1. Maintain proper disposal of human excreta and other domestic waste. Don'ts. 1. Never defecate on open grounds. 2. Impart basic knowledge to people to make them aware of aspects of keeping good health. 2. Don't run down government policies on sanitation and health programs. 3. Maintain a healthy environment by keeping your house and neighborhood clean. 3. Never throw household products like cooking oil, paint and grease into the drain. 4. Use dustbins to throw litter or waste. If you cannot find dustbins, carry the waste home and throw it in the dustbin of your house. 4. Do not dispose of waste at public places like parks, hospitals, bus depots and railway stations. 5. Use mineral water or water from filters installed at public places for drinking purpose only. 5. Drinking water from taps at public places should be avoided. 6. Complain to the municipality or the Gram Panchayat if you find open drains in your neighborhood. 6. Don't overlook any open manholes in your locality or ignore choked drains.